The building that I bought was owned by a cult.
Get out of town.
Yeah. I didn't know the extent of it until I was already in the deal, until I'd already signed the contract. My friend Adam called me up. He goes, hey, man, you watched the documentary on this cult? Adam Egett, who's our talent coordinator. I go, no. He goes, oh, it's bad. You should watch it. He goes, it's fucking crazy. It's called Holy Hell. Yeah. It's about this dude. His name is Jaime Gomez. And he was a gay porn star and a hypnotist. And he started a cult in West Hollywood. He was teaching people yoga, and he got a bunch of young disciples. And they believed that he was a guru, and that he was God energy, and he convinced them. And he ran this game for like 10 fucking years.
Maybe he was hypnotizing people.
He was 100%. That's how he got in trouble. They all started talking because one guy left the cult. And when he left the cult, he sent a mass email saying, hey, man, this guy's been hypnotizing me and fucking me for the past 10 years. And then they all started talking about it. And they all started sharing the email, and they all started sharing their stories with him. They had all kind of kept it under wraps. And this guy was doing this, and he escaped L.A. because they were after him. It was right around the time when Waco went down, and the Cult Awareness Network was like going after cults. And so they escaped. He changes his name again. His name was Jaime Gomez. He changed his name to Michelle, and then he changed it again to Andreas. And that's when he moved to Austin. And he built this place called the One World Theater. And this is the place I bought. So all these poor, lost kids, they built this place for him. They were his disciples. They didn't have contractors. The cult members built the place.
Under hypnosis.
Well, I don't think that was under hypnosis, but what he would do is he'd give them therapy every week. He'd charge them money. Charge them $50 for therapy, and then he'd fuck them. This guy. You should watch the documentary. The documentary is wild. Because,
holy hell.
Yeah, because like we were talking about cults. Here's the thing. In the beginning, it was working. In the beginning, it looked like fun. Because I think in the beginning, he was young and hot. He's a beautiful man, especially when he was young. And he had this crazy body, six-pack. That's when he's getting older. But when he was young, when he was a gay porn star, he was a beautiful man. And I think he probably got plenty of dick already. He didn't have to fuck his disciples. And he just had these people that were like washing his feet, and he was teaching them yoga and telling them that they're all God energy and everyone's God and I'm God. And he even got so far with the hypnosis that he convinced these people that he could give them the enlightenment. They could touch them. I think he called it the knowing. And it would be like this big thing. You had to earn the knowing. But when he gave it to these people, just the power of suggestion, these people were like they were having these like ecstatic psychedelic experiences, like they encountered God, and it lasted for days. And these are people talking about this after they left the cult, after they knew he was a con man, after they knew that he'd just been hypnotizing people and fucking them, and he was just full of shit and getting plastic surgery and all kinds of wild shit. Even though they had gone through all that, they still went back and talked about when he would do that to them early in their life, and that they really did like experience God.
They was on shrooms.
I don't think they were. I think it's the power of suggestion, because I've seen it have you ever seen a comedy hypnotist?
Yes.
They can do some wild shit to people. That's a comedy hypnotist in front of an audience.
Yeah.
If you're a real hypnotist like this guy was,
and did nobody know it, and you're just doing,
and you're trained in hypnotherapy, you know how to get people to think, and if you've learned how to get people to think that there's this thing that you have, and you can give it to them, and you hold it over their head for a long fucking time until you actually do give it to them, and when you do give it to them, they believe it wholeheartedly, and so they actually experience it. Because your brain can produce all kinds of wild chemicals. Your brain can produce legitimate psychedelic chemicals, like full-on tripping chemicals. Yeah. So if this guy can convince you that that's happening, your brain probably does dump all those chemicals out because you think it's actually happening.
That's crazy.
Crazy. So he's kind of telling the truth, which is the most fucked up thing. He's kind of giving you this experience, and it is a real experience. But the whole thing goes off the rails. It goes off the rails. And eventually they actually fly him to Hawaii to get rid of him.
Damn.
They can't get rid of this guy.
And like, why he can't be arrested for the nonsense that he's doing?
See, the thing is, if you're going to arrest him, like those people are there because they're willing to be there. They want to be there. They believe in him. 20 people went with him to Hawaii. But when the cult broke up, a bunch of them flew to Hawaii with him.
Yeah, he got magical.
We started a whole new cult over there. And he's old by then. Now he's old and he looks like shit.